Remove the nuts from the routing guide. Make sure to save these nuts because you have to use them to attach the splice bracket. Go ahead and remove the routing guide. Grab the splice bracket. And using the same bolts that the routing guides were attached to, slide the splice bracket into place. And replace the nuts and tighten them down for a nice firm fitting. Next, secure the cable to housing following the installation procedures outlined in SRP 003-649. Ensure that your cable entry plate is installed and zip tie your buffer tubes down to the cable entry plate. Next, we're going to install the pigtail panel into the PCH 01U. So we need to remove the blank panel first. Grab our pigtail panel, fully pull out the plungers, slide it into the bracket, and click it into place. Now we're going to loosely zip tie the buffer tubes to the retaining flange. We're now going to remove the top bracket from the splice bracket. We're going to grab our reduced length splice tray and insert it into the bracket. We need to ensure that we have at least 75 inches of pigtail slack and about 10 feet of buffer tube slack visible in order to do the proper routing of additional slack and do proper routing inside the splice tray. So let's grab our pigtail slack and route it around to the side of the housing. Next, we're going to grab both the pigtail and the buffer tube slack and route them together around the splice bracket. You want to make sure that the pigtail and the buffer tubes get caught in between these two brackets right here. And do the same thing on the other side also. Make sure that you have enough slack left over for providing slack inside the splice tray. So we're going to go through this portion around to the other side and we're going to mark it to the splice tray right here. Next, isolate both the blue buffer tube and the pigtail slack. Route it around to how it will enter into the splice tray. Mark the buffer tube and the pigtail slack, and we've now routed to the correct length. We have one more quick check to do. Let's go ahead and lift up the tray stop latches. Slide the tray forward. Just verify that our cable is not stressed in the sliding portion. Please see our video splicing 250 micron fiber in a splice tray for a rack mountable housing for proper splice tray routing, securing, and splicing. This video also works for 900 micron fiber. After splicing is complete, remove your splice tray, reinsert it into the housing, push your buffer tube and pigtail slack back into the slots. Take the bracket you removed earlier, slide it into place, tighten it down, route your excess slack in. I placed a few additional zip ties, one here, and one here, just to provide additional support holding those buffer tubes in place. That's it. If you have any questions or recommendations for videos, please call us or write us at cablesystems@corning.com. Remember, Corning Cable Systems recommends getting trained in fiber optic installation techniques. We offer a series of courses. Thank you.